Hi, um, welcome. It's Tim and Dolly.
Hi guys.
Uh, Welcome to Grounded for Life. Like, share, and subscribe to others, and hit the like button. Um, we just want to get our voice out there about America. We want to know that people are going to be on board about talking about what's really going on in America. We want to share it. So like, subscribe.
Yep, hit that notification bell
Yeah.
if you see it. I'm not sure if they have them all the time on your phones. I don't know, but yeah, we're just here to bring you some news that you may or may not hear on mainstream media. So anyway, thanks for joining us. The first bit of news I got is from Fox News. It's the Biden administration sending wild horses to slaughter. They're planning on killing 90,000 horses in the next 5 years that reside on federal lands. What do you think about that?
Horrible.
Yeah, I think it's terrible.
Yeah.
I'm half Native American, and it's like, even if I wasn't, it wouldn't matter to me. It's like, horses, they group up in like families, herds, basically. So if you go in and take helicopters and separate them, you're breaking up families. And then that's all I've been hearing about the border for years now. And now they just decide we're going to go in there and bust up some animal families. Like, doing it to humans ain't bad enough. All right, enough of my 2 cents. Frog News, DC and Baltimore, no comms, they said last night. Cell phones are down. I guess emails are sporadic at best or slow and choppy. We kind of noticed that here too, that our emails have been
They've been very
weird.
choppy.
Or like last night, I couldn't really send any out to some people we were going to have.
Yeah, they're glitching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's just a thing or what. I have no idea.
We have friends over in Australia, and they're glitching over there.
Yeah.
And it's been a hard time talking to them. So don't know what's going on.
Yeah. And then they also said a fire broke out at Universal Studios in Hollywood. That's about all the info I got on that. But I don't know how bad it was, if they put it out in 30 seconds or if it burnt everything down. I really don't know. Let's see. This was on Fox News. Dr. Fauci emails dropped. And let's see. And the email showed that Dr. Fauci was like corresponding back and forth and doing favors with certain fellow investors in the Hunan lab. That's kind of damning evidence, really. I hear him today kind of talking about, trying to find a good reason, trying to talk his way out of it, basically. And it's like, dude, it's in black and white. I don't know how you can change it. It's already there.
Well, if you got it on emails, then
yeah,
it's going to be
kind of damning evidence.
Right.
But I kind of knew this stuff was going on a year ago. It didn't really surprise me at all.
Yeah.
Just kind of proved me right.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Frog News also was saying that August 15th, President Trump's inauguration to the office. I'm not one to quote any dates. I don't know. It's kind of a scary thing, but that's the word on the street. So, and then they also said they think Fauci will be arrested soon, and they also said Fauci was allegedly had been fired. Now I seen something today on Fox News that said it was Ted Cruz and a few other GOP people, Republicans, wanted him to step down, resign. So I didn't hear if he was going to do it or not, but they were asking him to. Also, the Biden administration is pushing free beer and sports tickets at baseball games in trade for the jab. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of stopped watching baseball ever since everybody got political. But Fox News also said the critics didn't like the way that the media reported on Dr. Fossey's emails. Well, shame. I mean, like we were saying, if it's in black and white, what are you going to do? You know, well, sorry, I guess we were too strong on him to, the guy was caught red-handed lying. So it's like, yeah, not good. Michigan has a bill that will require police to be trained in jujitsu. Sorry, I can barely say that word, but martial arts, I guess. I still kind of wonder how that's going to work against a bullet. It's kind of like bringing a gun to, or a knife to a gunfight,
Mm-hmm.
It might be good for bringing people down. I mean, jujitsu, I think, is a form of martial arts where you take them down as fast as possible and, subdue them on the ground. But I'm not exactly positively sure.
Certain points. I mean, if you have somebody coming after you, you definitely need to know those,
Right.
jujitsu and stuff like that.
Well, I know they have police training, but a lot of it has been what people are having a problem with, where you're straightening them around the neck or pull their arms behind their backs, put them on their face and such. And yeah, it works, but there's probably better ways to, I know jujitsu and a lot of martial arts, they used a person's body weight against them. They'll move a certain way and then go down like a ton of bricks. So yeah, I don't know. It wouldn't hurt. I don't think any kind of training hurts. I know my little girl, when she was small, she went through what was it? One of them. Can't remember now.
Karate.
Well, it wasn't karate. It was one of them, but yeah, it was similar, and she did that for, I don't know, a few months, but never a bad idea. The News Junkie Radio, this is one I just kind of stumbled on today. They were saying that COVID cases are dropping like a stone throughout the USA, even with the open border policies of the Biden administration. So we're still dropping. That's kind of weird with all the testing they're doing. The testing's amped up. They're jabbing everybody in, but it's still dropping. So that's good news all around, I guess. Fox News is saying the White House expert expecting more cyber attacks on the U.S. companies. Well, since they did the big meat production plant, I believe it was yesterday or the day before, they hacked that.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Well, today I hear the New York subway got hacked. So it's like, I guess as long as these companies are paying them ransom, they're going to keep hacking something else. So I suppose the next thing will be our lights or whatever, just black everybody out. They're just showing they have the capabilities of shutting down anything they feel like. So something to think about, guys. There's been movies like that too, where the hackers can just shut down like gas lines and cause them to explode. And there's a Bruce Willis movie like that. Yeah. So I don't know. I guess the Biden administration, they were saying on a news thing today that they were gonna amp up their anti-cyber attack.
A lot of these things, these movies came out with all this stuff before it's even happening.
Yeah, a lot of them were.
A lot of the movies are coming out before all this stuff is happening. It's all like coming to pass.
Yeah.
Just
we were watching something like 2011 is a big year for movies that if you watch them there and you look at how the world's going now, it's like, holy cripes, how the hell do they even know this is going to happen? But
and then
like
you watch the movies and
yeah, for sure.
Really unbelievable.
Well, more news. Hunter Biden's emails conflict with what he had said in person on interviews. They came out, some of his emails came off his laptop, and
He's got a stripper.
yeah, he apparently, I guess this is going on a while. I didn't know anything about it, but Hunter denied knowing this ex-stripper that was his child's mother or whatever, baby mama, and her name is Linda Roberts. And he said he didn't know her, doesn't know anything about her, never met her before.
But yet he paid her off.
Yeah, but the emails come out stating that this particular Linda Roberts was on Hunter's payroll up until the baby was born, and then she was on his insurance up until 3 months after the baby was born. Then he took him off her insurance, or his insurance. So I mean,
so if he knew nothing about her,
obviously he knew her. It's like, how would he get
obviously,
insurance?
there had to be something going on.
I don't know this lady, but I'm paying her, and I got her on my insurance. So I just think they're really bad liars. That's why I have this show, because I'm tired of being lied to. I'm just trying to pick out and show you guys, hey, it ain't all what it's not all what they're saying. You can't believe these guys, obviously. Alrighty then. Let's see. I was watching Monkey Works today, and he told me something that kind of blew my mind. He said there's record snowfall in Africa. He says highly unusual.
Which is never.
Yeah, Africa, you don't think they'd ever get any snow. And then they said there's also locust swarms in Africa. It's just blocking out the sun. So they're just having a bad day all around. He was also talking about Gitmo. He said 5 Maxwell type planes in the last couple of days transporting what's the best way to put this? Special agencies use these planes. And Monkey thinks that special guests would be moved in planes like this. So, yeah, and there's 5 of them, and normally I believe there's normally only 1 on a cycle. So there's 4 extra ones, and they're doing something. It's not just the people from 9/11 sitting there no more, I don't think. Awful lot of activity. Let's see, Monkey also noticed Swift Air is moving immigrants around the U.S., but he also saw them flying into Mexico and bringing them back into the middle of the United States, people from Mexico. In other words, these people didn't even make it to the border yet, but these people are flying them in and importing them into America. It's not the 15,000 a day or whatever the number was, isn't quite big enough. We have to go and get them and bring them back. So I don't know. I haven't heard that on the mainstream media at all. So I mean, it's kind of interesting, huh?
Well, it's behind. They're not going to report it. You're not going to hear about it. You're not going to hear about it unless you're honestly being on.
Well, watch Monkey Works, guys. This is getting interesting there. Monkey Works on YouTube. You can catch him every day or two, and he watches everything the military has flying, and you can take a look at all the regular commercial aircraft too. But it's amazing when you see his map and you see all the commercial and all the military all at once. It's like, I don't know how they have any room to fly in the sky. It's like that map is just plumb chucked. I mean, the whole United States, so you can't even see ground. It's just plains. It's ridiculous. But yeah. But yeah, check him out. He's definitely a very, very reliable source. I mean, this guy, ex-military, he's been around forever. He's got a great following. Seems very logical on the way he talks about stuff. And I'll be getting into a few things here that I noticed online. There's a little skirmish going on with a couple of people, and Monkey Works a pretty classy guy. He didn't name any names, but I know exactly who he was talking about. Let's see. Going into that, I guess I'll just jump right into it. I see Frog News Network disagreeing with Monkey Works about the base in Argentina that, I don't know if I'll pronounce this right, but Terro del Fuego or something like that, being a place for tribunals to be held. I watched Monkey Works, and he explained how unlikely it would be to hold tribunals at this location. They're like in the middle of frickin' nowhere, but when you go to this island, the island's pretty well inhabited. You know, it's a pretty good sized city right there next to the airport. And like you were saying, you fly somebody like Lady Gaga in there, and it wouldn't be long for everybody to know. It's just too small area right next to your runway and stuff. It'd be real noticeable. And he pointed out a few other places that would probably be more likely, but yeah, I watched Frog News last night, and they were kind of arguing back and forth, saying, well, they respect the guy and this and that, but he's wrong, and you know, whatever. And I'm like, time will tell. That's for sure. We'll find out who's wrong. And I'm not saying they are either. I just know Monkey is. I mean, yeah, Monkey Works is. You don't say something unless you can pretty much guarantee it. Yeah.
Right.
Like the last thing I seen him say that was pretty amazing was he said, I've never seen this in my life. He said, we got 2 Air Force Twos in the air at the same time going different directions in the United States. And all of us know that's for the vice president. So why are 2 of them up marked as Air Force One? Think about that, guys. Little brain tease. All righty. So anyway. Yeah, and Monkey Works is talking, you know, the only thing you really didn't like was people coming out and saying stuff and giving people false hope when it may not actually be the spot or whatever. He said you really gotta, you know, go to more than one source and verify and stuff before you give people false hope, which I agree with. People are hanging on edge of every word right now, trying to figure out what the hell is really going on in this country. And every time we wake up, there's something else. So it's like, you know, that's why I kind of did this too, just to get the word out. You know, I mean, if only 5 people see it and, you know, one person thinks, holy Christ, I didn't know all this was going on, then I've done my job, you know. Let's see. I can't remember if I mentioned this. I think I did, that the hackers hacked New York subway system.
No, I didn't.
Okay, yeah, they did that
They
today.
did it today.
They hacked the subway system today. So other than a big meat plant, yeah, that's been hacked. So I guess we'll hear more on that. Yeah.
We just want the news out. We just want people to know, patriots that love our America, that love our country, that we're here and we're trying to put the word out.
Yep.
Just let people know what is really going on in our country.
Yep. And as patriots, this is what we can do to do our part.
Right.
You know?
And that's our part.
Yep.
That's what we're trying to do.
So we'd love people to join in, you know, somebody tell me how to run this chat and I'll be more than happy to. And, you know, get involved with us. We have a an email address that's groundedforlifenews@gmail.com. So feel free to write us. And if anybody knows anything more about this than I do, which would be probably a 5-year-old kid, you know, send me a note and I'll definitely take your advice. But yeah, that's all we're doing. We're trying to be the best patriots we can and do our part. You know,
put the word out. And we love Americans. We live in this America. This is what our country is.
This is America. It ain't about black and white or, you know, Oriental or Jewish or any of that. We're humans. We're Americans.
Right.
And now they're talking about all these UFOs and everything. If anything, that should bring people together to find out we're not the only ones in the universe. You know, now we're the human race.
Right.
Instead of, you know, you'll have a human race and possibly an alien race. So that should make everybody tighter because we're all the same. Doesn't matter what damn color you are.
Right.
You know, never has. I judge what's inside the person, what kind of person they are, you know, not what color they are, if they're tan one day or not, or if they're whiter than white, or who cares?
Right.
You know. Now saying that, I got one more story to tell you that this just really bothered me because of what's going on in the country right now. People letting people out of jail you know, they feel bad for him or whatever. They'll turn over a new leaf. Well, this guy didn't. There's a black man in New York that walked up and sucker punched an Oriental lady and knocked her out cold. She was cold when she hit the ground. I mean, just flat knocked her out. She never seen it coming. I mean, she was just walking, mind her own business. This guy came up from behind her and just belted her like a man. And apparently this guy was released from jail 2 weeks prior. You know, it was like, oh, let's let him out. He'll be better. And this same particular guy had been arrested 4 times before for the same type of crime. So it's a habitual guy, an offender that just likes running around beating the hell out of defenseless women. You know, I mean, if that lady would have seen him come, it might have been a different story altogether. She's a little Oriental gal. What says her family didn't teach her how to, you know, do some of that, you know, karate or whatever, man. I mean, it's just wrong. Where's the respect nowadays? You know, respect your elders. You definitely don't run around punching women, you know, just for fun. He didn't even know that lady. He just hit her. So, yeah, I had a problem with that. But anything you want to say, babe? That's all the news I got here.
I'm just going to say, you know, we love America. Let's stick together. Let's bring our country together. Let's just all love each other. I mean, we're America. We're a great country.
Yeah, that's right.
And let's just like all pull together.
Yeah, work together, man.
Yep, work together. So
I forget who it was. Maybe Teddy Roosevelt that said, "We either hang together or we're all going to hang separately."
Yeah.
You know, I think he was older than Teddy. I think it was back in the you know, the original war. I think it was somebody, maybe it was Ben Franklin, said that if we don't hang together, we're certainly going to hang separately. So I think that has a meaning yet today. You know, I think it's kind of like that. We got to hang together. Yeah, it ain't going to be the America we want.
Yeah, we need our America back again.
So, all right, guys, love you.
All right, love you.
Take it easy. Have a good day.
Bye. Thank you.